All right, so let's take a look at the sounds that I'm going to be using for Closer in the upcoming Downward Spiral show. So just to run through my signal chain real quick, Les Paul guitar into the pedal board. I'm using the same setup as all the other videos I've done like this. So it goes to the Plethora, then, it goes to the Plethora, then to the SY-200, and I'm using the effects loops for all this stuff. So effects loop from the Plethora to the SY-200, effects loop from there to the HX Stomp, effects loop from there to the volume pedal, and then from there returning to the SY-200. Output from there goes to the return of the X5, output of there goes to the return of the HX Stomp, and then output in mono. So again, this is going to be Closer. So I need a couple different sounds. In fact, this was kind of like the jammiest song of the bunch, and I really kind of felt like I was just doing my best to just get enough, for it. There's still so much more that I think that even another week could make a difference, but the show's tomorrow night. So what I've got here is like a bass sound, kind of like what I did for March of the Pigs, where I've got a bass sound on one snapshot, and then I've got guitar on a separate channel or a separate path for the second snapshot, and then a combination for the third right there. So I've got compressor, noise gate, octaver before everything. I did find a sound that I liked within the SY-200, but then I kind of needed to do like some wah sound for this one. So I actually have a wah-wah effect in the HX Stomp, and rather than using the Expression 2 control for the SY-200, I'm using Expression 1 to control the wah here. So it's coming after the Vermin distortion. I've got the chrome, and see that it changes as I do that. Now that first sound, all I've got is B path, so I'm not getting the Vermin. All I'm doing is the Boctiver, and then I think it's the Del Sol, like I had in the other setting. No, Ampeg SVT 4 Pro for this one. So let's see. I don't even have to play anything for the first little bit, so I can be, like tuning off of this here at the beginning. And then when it's time, just click back onto that. I've got my... I'm trying to play a little quieter because it's late at night, but let's see. Using my Headrush FR 108 cab for the sound that you're hearing there. So my bass sound is going to be the... Sounds kind of processed, but it's kind of part of the point of it too. I'm going to be backing up a real bass guitar, so I'm just kind of adding a little bit of almost some kind of glitch to it when I add the octave. Doesn't get too out of control because it's not like set real extreme. Let's see the octaver. I've got 100% dry signal, 23 on the sub, and 42 on the up. So that's why it doesn't get like too crazy when that's on. Barely any difference, really. I'm just trying to kind of coax a little bit of glitchiness out of it, I think, by doing that. So once we get through with that first chorus, then coming into verse 2, I'm going to have the second snapshot right here, and you see I've got the wah that's staying on for this. So I've got the... I even was playing it kind of like this too. Might kind of switch back and forth between those depending on how I'm feeling in the mix, just to give me some options with there. And then let's see, going into the second chorus, I'm going to be kind of going with the... we got that. What other riffs do I have? Let's see. We're going to cut the middle portion a little bit short, but what I'm going to do is actually, let's see, I have the wah set to the snapshots and kind of switching with that stuff, but I can also turn the wah on and off with this little MIDI baby control right there. I don't know if you can see that switching on and off on the HX Stomp there, but that's where I've got that kind of like permanently set up. So what I'm going to probably do for this one riff is turn that off, turn down my volume, and then I've got this whole... through all that, and then we go back into the chorus and then ride all the way out with, let's see, I'm gonna get that back on. Oh, that was the other thing. So when I do that volume up thing, I was gonna turn on this vibrato, which is post HX Stomp and SY-200 there, so I was gonna go with this. Almost gives it a little bit of that, oh yeah, gotta turn that on. Gives it a little bit of that wah sound, but without having to actually control it there. So then we're gonna jam out on the end. And by the way, should point out, Jay Weinberg is going to be joining us for the drums on March of the Pigs and Closer. And when we practiced last night, he was doing a lot of like cool, really cool fill stuff at the end, which I think is really going to make it a unique version of this song there. But while we're jamming that out, I'm going to be kind of switching back and forth between this. I'm probably doing this other riff with the third snapshot, that's a combination of A path and B path, so I could get even a little bit more with, since I'm playing all the single notes there. So that's what I'm looking at for that song. Again, I feel like there's a lot of potential things there that if I even had just a little bit more time, I could figure out ways to incorporate the SY-200 in there a little bit more. Again, I found a good sound that I like on there. Let me even just pull that up, just kind of show you here. So, how am I going to do this? So that's my guitar volume, so I need to switch to expression 2. There we go. So I could even... So yeah, I might have to just even switch that. All I have to do is pull the dry signal down from there, switch from expression 1, which is going to be the wah-wah. Why is it not doing anything right now on it? Oh, because I got that signal down there. So you can see it's got that wah. So even if I'm doing this where I'm like on the expression 1 and the wah is on, I can turn that off just by pressing that button, which I really like. Go back to expression 2. So notice I can even leave it up there if I wanted to, even like hold the note out. Come back here, go back to expression 1. My wah's on, my dry signal's back in. But I don't want to work all that stuff out and be going too crazy overboard. I want to keep it relatively, well, I guess I'm not keeping it simple, but you know. Let's go ahead and wrap it for today, though. Yeah, I'm happy with the way this is coming out. I think the jam is going to be really cool. Still got a couple more of these videos. If I don't get them out before the show, I'll still talk about them and post and everything. So thank you guys very much, and I will see you soon.